Good evening, team. Welcome back to another video. My name is Nick Lawrence, two-time Ironman, seeking to do my third Ironman in under 12 hours. That's my goal for this next race in July 2025. And today was a 5-mile maintenance run, somewhat of a recovery run, somewhat of a maintenance run. I just want to talk about the importance of these today because they're workouts that I have neglected in the past. I've done them, but I've always done them too hard. And this was like the one thing or the biggest thing that was sabotaging my training and my recovery in this last prep. So I figured this would be a very useful piece of insight or form of insight for you all to incorporate into your training. So let's get right into it. The recovery run / maintenance run, I don't know how many of you have bought training plans in the past, but this is typically a workout that may follow a harder effort. For example, on Tuesday, I had 7 miles of volume with 4 800-meter repeats at a pretty high level of effort. So that was like my very hard workout for the week, and the only very hard workout for the week, as I typically only do one very hard workout in each week. Now, Thursdays, every single week, since my interval day is on Tuesday, Thursday is a maintenance / recovery run, and the goal of this day is to stay in my low zone 2 pace and heart rate zone. So the area where I would always mess up with this exercise or this workout is oftentimes when you're still building up I don't want to say beginner to intermediate level of fitness, but it's really what it is. At least in terms of endurance, when you're just starting out and you're just building up this endurance base, your zone 2 running pace and your zone 2 heart rate are not going to match up. Like, if you look at like a power analysis or a pace analysis of where you are right now, just by doing, say, any normal 5K test or even like a 2-mile test, you'll determine your pace zones fairly accurately. And then, as you progress into your training and start, working out in your high end on interval days, you'll really start to get like a much better feel of like where your threshold is, where your VO2 max is, and like where your max speed is on, say, they're all short, but short to medium distance interval. As you're starting to learn these numbers, you'll notice that the heart rate zones that are commonly given out on the internet do not match up at all. So like your zone 1 speed pace may put you perfectly in your zone 2 heart rate zone. And there's almost nothing more frustrating than having a coach or a training plan telling you that you should be running at your zone 2 pace when your zone 2 pace actually places you in your zone 3 and sometimes zone 4 heart rate zone. And this is actually a recipe for disaster if you have a coach or plan that doesn't pay attention to your individual nuances. Because if you're new to training and you're new to endurance training and, let's say, running or cycling training, you'll feel the need to work harder on these maintenance and recovery days that are supposed to be relatively easy. They're at least supposed to feel comfortable. And by overexerting yourself on these maintenance and recovery days, you're sabotaging your recovery for the next hard workout or the next high volume workout. So for example, tomorrow is a rest day for me, so this maintenance day is sandwiched between a Wednesday rest day and a Friday rest day. Saturday and Sunday are my high volume days, where high volume for now, where I might be on the bike for 2 to 2.5 hours on Saturday and running like 9 or 10 miles on Sunday. That's where I am right now in my training. If you take your 5-mile maintenance and recovery run too hard, and then, granted, in this scheme that I'm in right now, I have this extra rest day. I didn't always have this, and I didn't have this during my full swing Ironman training earlier in this year. But, say, you have this rest day, which is great, but now you're adding on to that 2 high volume days. If you go into those days sore and fatigued from a workout that you're supposed to be recovering on, then your fatigue is going to start to add up over time rather than neutralizing on this 3-day period where it's rest, recovery / maintenance, rest, going into the high volume days. If you're not careful, then doing this and then going straight into another hard week, you'll drastically increase the odds of getting injured. You'll feel much worse going into the next week, and therefore perform worse in your next important workout, where the important workout in this cycle right now is speed. So you'll not get the speed benefits that you're looking to get in that speed workout, and then you'll likely take that next maintenance and recovery workout too hard again and perpetuate this cycle of downward recovery, for lack of better terms. Now, that's the importance of taking this maintenance / recovery day the right way. Now, so what is the right way to take this day? If you're in the position where your heart rate zone and your pacing zone does not yet match up, my default, and this is arguably and easily arguably the correct default, my default is to defer to your heart rate zone. And there's a very obvious reason why. So your heart rate zone is how hard your body is actually working. It's like one of the best metrics to keep track of to determine, 1, your rate of exertion, 2, how many calories you're burning per hour, and 3, how much of a toll overall this workout is on you. So the difference of the rate of exertion and the total impact of the workout. The total impact of the workout lies in the average heart rate through the workout, and the rate of exertion is the heart rate throughout the workout. So as you're, putting in a higher effort, so you have to run up a hill, your rate of exertion is going to go up, but also your heart rate's going to go up and follow suit with that effort that you're putting in. So if you go by your heart rate and you keep yourself in your heart rate zone 2, then over time, your heart rate zone 2 is going to slowly start to link up with your speed zone 2. And then now you're really cooking. This is when you're going to start to be able to make insane improvements in your fitness, insane improvements in your speed, and you're really going to start to feel like you can put in or put out the effort that you want, and really feel a sense of upward progress in your training. I only started fully adapting this mentality in this speed block that I'm in now, and towards the end and intermittently through this last prep, but due to the mental stress that I was putting on myself to perform in the last race, I wasn't allowing myself to take the rest and maintenance days how I was supposed to be, because, you know, all the mental pressure up here was saying, like, I need to work harder so that I can perform better on this day, which the contradictory part of that is, by working harder on the wrong days, you don't allow yourself to work hard on the right days, and that sabotages, or that does not yield an optimal race day. So now, where I am right now, I'm putting in moderate weekly volume running. By moderate, I'll say it's probably 24 miles a week now. I'm taking my slow paces slow, like very slow. I think all of my slow zone 2 paces right now are between an 11 and 12 minute mile. And I'm not even looking at my speed when I'm taking those slow times. I'm looking at my heart rate. And because of that, I've been, one, able to run much faster and much more consistently in my intervals. 2, my body feels way less beat up. And 3, my mindset going into all these workouts is much better. I feel much more refreshed. I feel like I'm not putting everything that I have into my training, and that's important, because for those of us who have professions and families and life, you do have to show up for the other areas of your life. So you don't want your training to feel like a 100% energy sink. You want it to be an accent to who you are and what you do. At least I do. That's in my best sense of the understanding of the word balance. Allowing yourself to properly allocate your energy in a way where you can perform highly in all the areas that you deem important to you in life. For me, that's family, career, and then this health and fitness that I'm doing right now. So this is, in essence, thanks to the proper use of a maintenance and recovery day. And I really hope you start to adapt this mindset into your training, because this is probably the one thing that you can do that will drastically improve your quality of training, but also your quality of mindset as you proceed in your training and progress through your training. And with that, that's another video. I am happy that those of you, continue to tune in. If you watch this far, please like and subscribe. If not, then you will never see this part of the video. Thank you.